Guys, Honkai Star Rail, right? We've seen so many videos on this channel, and we are finally at the end of the road when it comes to the 4-star characters, which means that we can actually start building into the 5-star characters, which everybody absolutely wants to hear my opinions on them, or at least I believe they do. But we've seen some really good 4-stars, right? We've seen Tingyun and Serval being a great combination for lightning damage. We've seen Arlan just recently with his niche ability for lower the HP, the greater their attack, which is really good in general, and plenty of others that have really good things about them. This is not going to be one of those videos. Now, the character we're going to be talking about is called Qingque, and I'm not very excited for them. But before we get into that, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinions. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, Qingque here is a 4-star quantum character, as you can see, of the Erudition path. Now, Erudition is characters of this path exceptional multi-target AoE damage. Use their abilities at the right time of the turn to tide a battle. Now, usually, as you look at these paths, they're very singular in the sense of that's what they're going to do. But we've seen characters, even with Arlan like in the 2 videos ago, you know, go back to Arlan. Arlan with his burst can do damage to multiple enemies, even though he's part of the destruction path, which is on the front lines attacking and usually only single target. So all I can say is that it doesn't entirely matter what path they are on, they'll be able to do something. But let's go ahead and go into the skills, and this is where we're going to find out just how good Qingque is. Now, out with dead wall tile. Now, the reason why this is important to talk about is because we'll just say her basic attack is a lot different. Deals quantum damage equal to 110, 220, 242% of Qingque's attack to a single enemy, and deals quantum damage equal to 44, 88, or 96% of Qingque's attack to any adjacent enemy. So when you're doing your basic attack, you are hitting all enemies, which is good. That's actually a lot better than most of these multi-attackers that I've seen. Now, last tile claim, the skill immediately draws 2 jade tiles and gains 1 extra turn. Increases the damage of Qingque's attack by 14, 28, and 31% and lasts for 1 turn. This effect can be stacked up to 4 times. Now, what's kind of cool about this is that you get the extra turn. So really you're just buffing yourself and then going into your next turn to do an attack, which would be your basic attack. That is why Qingque's skill is all about just buffing that attack with the jade tiles. Now, before we get into the ultimate, I want to talk about the jade tiles, the celestial jade right here. At the beginning of an ally's turn, Qingque randomly draws 1 jade tile. The tile may belong to the cracks, dots, or bamboo suit. These are mahjong tiles, basically. Up to 4 tiles may be held at one time. If Qingque holds 4 tiles of the same suit at the beginning of her turn, she will use up all tiles and enter the concealed Kong state, improving her attack by 36, 72, or 79% and enhancing her basic attack. The concealed Kong state will terminate after an enhanced basic attack has been performed. Now, I don't know if you could get rid of tiles as you play. And if that's the case, that's a little bit better than what I originally thought. But you are banking on getting this extra boost if you get 4 of the same tiles. And that to me is a little bit too much of an RNG. Now, ultimate. 4 concealed fish win. Deals quantum damage equal to 120, 200, and 216% of Qingque's attack to all enemies and changes all current jade tiles to the fish suit. So there is a way to get all 4 if you use your ultimate, and then you get all 4, and then you get that boosted attack right there and enhance your basic attack. Now for the technique, after using her technique, Qingque draws 2 jade tiles when the battle starts. So it's really going to be all about these jade tiles, and I can tell you right now, again, I'm not a fan. I don't like the RNG of this. I don't like how this is going to hurt your game more than make it better. Now, let's talk about the traces here. Trace number 1 unlocks at A2. Fight for a tile. Qingque recovers 1 skill point after she uses her skill for the first time in battle. That's cool. Wait for the suit at A4. When using skill, increases the damage of Qingque's next attack by 10%. Very basic, okay. Robbing the Kong. Qingque's speed is increased by 10% for 1 turn after using the enhanced basic skill from the concealed Kong state. I feel as though these should have been more based around helping Qingque get her tiles. These are so basic that I'm actually very upset about this. Like, these just hurt me. Because yeah, they're mini boosts, and I think that they could be good, but it doesn't help Qingque that much. Now let's talk about the Eidolons. Again, don't focus on 3 and 5. Those are just stat boosters. Pawn promoted, prize obtained. Qingque's ultimate deals 10% more damage. Cool. Cat nap time right on the something. Every time draw tile is triggered, Qingque regenerates 1 energy. Okay. Felicitous combo, the final tile awaits. After using her skill, there is a 30% fixed chance Qingque will use an additional basic attack after her next basic. See, I like that. I actually like that Eidolon 4. I think that's cool, especially if you're trying to get your tiles. So that's really cool. And then, of course, Eidolon 6, calm and serene, ready for the win. During the enemy's turn, there's a 65% chance of Qingque to draw 1 random jade tile. Again, why is it that none of your Eidolons and none of your traces are helping your chances of getting the tiles you actually need? I feel that's a huge miss. Very huge miss on the team's part with that, but I digress. Not every 4-star has to be S++ tier. Now let's go ahead and talk about relics. I think your best bet is honestly the basic Genius of Brilliant Stars. The reason being, as you can see, the 2-piece increases quantum damage by 10%. And then the 4-piece, when the wearer attacks enemies with quantum weakness, ignores 25% damage, so you do extra damage. I feel if you are going to use Qingque and you're going to use her for just the overall like attacks all across the board, hitting all the enemies that you can, that is your best bet when it comes to using a set for Qingque. Now for me, I'm going to do that and probably another 2-piece of the quantum set, but we'll see how it goes. Last thing, light cones. This is tough. This is very tough. Very tough indeed. But honestly, I think you're good to go with the basics. Make the world clamor. The wearer regenerates 20, 23, 26, 29, 32 energy immediately upon entering battle and increases ultimate damage by 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48%. Very good one right there that could be used to your advantage. Another one, pretty simple. The seriousness of breakfast. Increases all wearers' damage by 12, 15, 18, 21, 24%. For every defeated enemy, the wearer's attack increases by 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8%, stacking up to 4 times. You want to get that attack up as best you can. Now, you could do Before Dawn, which increases the wearer's crit damage by 32, 40, 48, 56, 64%, increases the wearer's skill and ultimate damage by 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40%. You're not going to get that skill damage because you're not using your skill to do damage. After the wearer uses their skill and ultimate, they gain the Somnus Corpus. Upon triggering a follow-up attack, Somnus Corpus will be consumed, and the follow-up attack damage increased by 48, 60, 72, 84, and 96%. The reason why you would use Before Dawn is because of her skill right there, because you gain an extra turn. So automatically you're going to your next turn, which you could use your basic attack, and boom, you can use, where's that tab? You can use your next set of damage from your ultimate and get that extra 48% base, 96 at light cone level 5. You can run Knight of the Milky Way. For every enemy on the field, increase the wearer's attack by 8, 10, 12, 14, 60%, up to 5 times. When the enemy is inflicted by weakness break, the wearer's damage increases by 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48%. This runs well with your relic if you're going with that set. However, and sad to say, I think this is the best bet right here. Now, why is that sad? Because Qingque is not that good. I would not be running Qingque unless you really don't have anybody else. And if you're running a 5-star light cone on your Qingque, either A, you have no character that fits that better, or B, you're just crazy. You're just crazy. I think Qingque is going to be one of the 4 stars that you skip. And it sucks because I think that the Jade Tile thing had a lot of promise, but because of how the traces are and how the Eidolons are, there's no reason to go past leveling Qingque because you're not going to get better chances with your Jade Tiles, except for Eidolon level 6, where you have a 65% chance to draw another random tile. That's it. So, to me, Qingque is not going to be one of those characters that you're going to be trying to run all the time. Now, guys, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. Guys, we are done with the 4 stars. We can finally talk about all the 5-star characters coming. And there's a lot. We have a lot to get through before the 26th. We have 2 more weeks. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I'm so stoked. But that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we will catch you guys in the next Honkai Star Rail video. Please take care and be safe, y'all.